All right. Hello, everyone. So today we are going to cover the solving equation. Mm, there are many equations that we need to cover for high school level. One is most importantly linear equation, and second quadratic, and third all the other equation in general. So let me write our goal for a while. So in math one, the idea of the math one is mastering linear function. Linear function. Let me abbreviate function as f of x. So you guys have seen this: y is equal to ax plus b, or sometimes y is equal to mx plus b. This is called the slope-intercept form. So mastering linear function, therefore, in order for us to master the linear function, there are a couple of things that we need to do. First of all, we need to know what it means by expression, and we need to know what it means by equation. So when it comes down to expression, you have something like 2x plus 4 plus 3 minus or plus another 3x. That's expression, but I could do 2x plus 4 plus 3 plus 3x equal to 0. Now this become an equation. If it's expression, you can only simplify. So next one will be you can only simply simplify. So the next one we are going to do some kind of combining like term. 2 has a x and 3 has a x. We can combine those two as a like term, and plus 4 and plus 3, they are the like terms. So if I'm going to write it, simplify it, then I'm going to rewrite that as 2x plus 3x plus 4 plus 3. So they have a same variable, they have a same sign. This is positive 2 and positive 3. Therefore, I will have 5x. 4 plus 3 is 7. So at the end of the day, from the very beginning, we start off from here, expression, and number 2, we combine like term, and number 3, finally 5x plus 7. However, the moment you have equal sign, for example, is equation, set it equal to 0. The idea of equation is you can actually solve for variable. So in this case, your variable is x. But we're going to do pretty much the same thing. I see here they have a 2x, 3x. They are the like term. They both have x. I have a positive 4, positive 3. They are the like term. They're just number. So if I combine like term, I will have 2x plus 3x plus 4 plus 3 equal to 0. And same as before, I have a 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now, again, about the same, the little different, the idea here is you're going to solve for the variable. In other words, at the end of the day, your answer look like x is equal to some kind of number. This is the idea of solving for the equation. All right, so in order for me to do this, I do not like this 7, so I'm going to subtract 7 both sides. You probably heard this one. Whatever you do it to the left, you do exactly the same thing on the other side. Do it to the right. So they cancel. I have 5x is equal to negative 7. Now I have a 5. The way that you get rid of it, remember guys, same thing over same thing. We are going to use that concept. So I'm going to 5 times x, opposite of 5 times is divide. So I'm going to divide by 5. Whatever you do to the left, you do it to the right. And remember, same thing over same thing. I'm going to highlight this one. 5 over 5, same thing over same thing. It become a 1, they cancel, 1, it cancel, 1. So I have 1x is equal to 1 times x equal to negative 7 over 5, or we just simply write x is equal to negative 7 over 5. And that is your answer. And whereas earlier, 5x plus 7 is the answer. So in Math 1, we are going to deal with expression, equation, and our goal is gearing toward to graphing linear function very, very well. And next one, when we are going to go to, let me scroll down a little, and when you go to Math 2, Math 2, now we are going to master quadratic, QUAD, quadratic equation. And quadratic equation, again, there is expression and there is equation. And equation generally look like ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. And since this is quadratic equation, you're going to find x is equal to something, but you usually have two answers. So x is equal to some number 1 or x is equal to some number 2. And expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Here, the quadratic function, we are going to factor. This is a very important skill. The reason that you need to factor so that you can actually solve. It helps solving equation, quadratic equation. And since it's a Math 2, we do a little more than quadratic equation. Another one is now you are going to deal with exponent. In other words, we need to able to solve a x to the cube power is equal to some number, or sometimes you have 3 to the x is equal to some number. In other words, so these both are we are going to cover in Math 2. So however, the most important skill in Math 2 is quadratic equation and exponential equation, which we are going to cover here together later. We are going to, and you guys are going to be fine. And when we go to Math 3, so let me write the Math 3 here. So Math 3. So now we are going to deal with log and square root, cube root, linear, quadratic, QAD quadratic, and pretty much all equations all together. Right. So big idea. I want you guys know this thing before we cover everything. So I'm gonna rewrite one more time. Math 1 linear function. LINEA linear function, important. And Math 2, we are going to find quadratic, QUAD quadratic function, and exponent. And Math 3, all the equations. So next video, we are going to deal with linear function. Thank you for watching and see you next time.